to do is we align with Putin. Putin will be with us. Putin will use our oil and other resources. Putin will be one of our greatest allies.
As regards this story,
Yeah, Putin has done a lots and lots to repair what Ojukwu regime spoiled during the Biafran war. When we had an agreement with Russia, that was Biafra had an agreement with Russia, the prime minister that was in power during USSR era. So the Russian prime minister said they are going to use our oil for good 10 years. They are going to run it for 10 years. Ojukwu was seeing that 10 years as too much. So Ojukwu disagreed. Then, anyway, later we blame Ojukwu because 10 years elapsed since 48 years ago, if actually Ojukwu agreed. And today we are seeing many Biafran soldiers that escaped confrontation with Nigeria, during confrontation with Nigeria, and most of them flew out of the country because they were on the wanted list of federal government of Nigeria. And we've seen some of them that found their way in Russia and luckily accepted by Putin administration. One of them is on the news. He was having, chat with Putin, I think last week, and it has come on social media. Putin agreed, accepted him to give him asylum and to work with Biafra, and enlist Biafra into Brits. We are just going to look at angles of the roles that Brits are about to play in Africa. If Brit is against America, I don't think it's going to go down well. So we are going to work with Putin, but it shouldn't be on the axis of Brits. Because one thing I know about Brit I think is against Israel. I think Brit is against America. That's why it is not going to augur well. What we are going to do is we align with Putin. Putin will be with us. Putin will use our oil and other resources. Putin will be one of our greatest allies. Why? Because Israel is there for us. Israel has recognized Biafra many years ago. Then America is working hard for Biafra to emancipate, courtesy what Donald Trump is doing currently. Actually allows Biafra emancipation as easy as ABC. So what I'm trying to say is that the Biafran soldier in exile is making way, at least clearing some obstacles, trying to prune. There are much obstacles and anomalies. The young man is trying to prune away, to remove it, and infuse international relationship and recognition, many other features that can make Russia understand the potentials we have in Biafra land. The Biafran soldier in exile in Moscow, Russia, is working much hard, as I'm talking to you now, to bring in closer Vladimir Putin's administration into Igbo land, so that we at least synergize with them and make sure that a better Biafra, an emancipated nation of Biafra, is a possible one. Kudos to that escaped soldier, Biafran escaped soldier, into the Russian, Republic, and he's doing well because he has gone straight to the house of, at least he went straight to the house of Kremlin, where he met with Putin and explained himself to Putin. And Putin, being well tutored on Nigerian, conflict, actually understands that the escaped soldier is not on evil mission, but a diplomatic mission, at least to Ghana, at least Russia, to Igbo land, to at least understand Biafran cause, to actually add and minus how we are going to work as, two nations. Putin himself actually have had in the past many consultations, meetings, time without number, with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who I'm sure is having a very sweet relationship with one of the Vladimir Putin's siblings, a female in Vladimir Putin's family. So Nnamdi Kanu has gone far to severe destroy the Russian-Nigerian relationship. I'm telling you, not that Ajokuta steel industry is under Russia. No. Russia is having bigger chunk of that establishment because they were the one that actually constructed it in the past. No, but this time around is a different diplomatic relationship. For Russia to embrace Biafra, accept Biafra as one of her allies. Nnamdi Kanu has done much job in the past. So the current soldier that is in exile there, I think is a very lucky man. He actually benefited from the previous job, diplomatic job done by Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm trying to employ all my Biafran, fellow Biafrans, my Biafran followers, my Biafran fans, to begin to rejoice. Nnamdi Kanu did this job in the past, not knowing that some persons are going to already start, to benefit from it. And we're benefiting it now. It is a good news for all Biafrans that Finland is beginning to look at the side of releasing Simon Ekpa because Nigeria has not been able to come with much evidence indicating that Simon Ekpa sponsors terrorism in the southeastern Nigeria. Then apart from that, CDS, Christopher Musa, has actually totally run away. He's not been able to go to ICI, ICC, International Criminal Court with evidence, and he has not been able to honor invitation by the Finnish government to nail Ekpa. Today, Christopher Musa is a coward. He ran away. He absconded. He turned his back on both invitation by ICC, International Criminal Court, and Finland. So all this makes up a wonderful news that Biafrans should all be jubilating right now because of the good things ahead. Many good things ahead God is about to do in our lives.
You're just talking about good things, but we saw what Putin and Russia did for Ibrahim Traore or Burkina Faso, where he supported them with food, and supported them, when they had issues with
Niger.
with Niger.
With the politicians in Niger.
Yeah, with their colonial masters.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you think that with what is on ground now, do you think that they will fully back Biafra?
Biafrans, yes, because they actually know that our colonial masters, Britain, are just evil men. British people are evil people. British people are the problem Igbo man has today in Nigeria. British people, they destroyed Biafra many years ago, still Igbo land remains. Britain is the problem entire Nigeria has. Nigeria is having issue in their lives, not knowing that it is their colonial master, Britain. Britain is a bad colonial, masters. They are the supremacists. They don't like the blacks. Britain has actually not been able to play good colonial master role to Nigeria. Britain is the reason why Nigeria is in fire today. The political classes in Nigeria, the ruling class is being supported by Britain. Rigging of election in Nigeria is supported and funded by Britain. And the last election we had, it was obvious that Tinubu did not win election. Britain was supporting Tinubu because Igbo man actually won the election. Obi, they actually know that Obi can stop British thief. British thief. Stealing all our mineral resources into the UK. Obi could have stopped that. That's why Britain was very happy in 2023 when Tinubu stole, boggled Obi's mandates because he is good on doing that. Backed by Britain, supported by Britain, because the British don't want Nigeria to move forward. They were laughing. If you are actually Nigerian colonial master, you would have stopped issuing visa to Nigerian politicians. But all this political thief class in Nigeria, they stole our money, then went into the UK and banked it there. Go and stole our money. He went into the UK, he banked it there. Muhammad Buhari stole billions and his wife, Daura, his nephew, in billions. Are they not taking the money into the UK to bank it in the bank over there? Britain is not meant well for Nigeria. Britain is the reason why Nigeria is not a peaceful place today. Britain is enjoying everything, natural, unnatural, as in science and technology in the UK, while Nigerian man is going backward. Britain is supporting the kind of role religion is playing in Nigeria. Britain actually understands that religion is the issue, the problem we have here. And Britain is still putting fire more. I don't know what you understand. Britain knows actually the very particular region in Nigeria that has what it takes to uplift this country from abject poverty into unequal opulence or affluence. They know that Igbo man could do that. That's why Britain turned their back on Igbo, putting the fuel of Fulani incursion into the land of Igbo land to occupy that place. Anywhere you see Fulani man in Africa, there is trouble there because Fulani man is a thief. Fulani man is a destroyer. Fulani man is a religious, let me say, bloody, sanguinary, murderous person. The Fulani man. That's why Britain, anywhere they go, they are beating their drum of support. Following Fulani, beating it. Fulani will be dancing. They will be beating their drum of conspiracy. They beat and beat and beat. The Fulanis are dancing, demonstrating it, thereby causing incursion everywhere across Nigerian region. Today we are having food drought. Hunger is knocking on the doors of every Nigerian. Why? Farmers are not going to farm because somebody is an animal rearer. He rears his animal from north to south, causing incursion in other person's land because he's a Fulani man. And Britain is supporting this kind of injustice of man against his fellow man. Britain should retract from doing all this. Russia has come stepping in by helping Biafra escape soldiers, and they have promised Biafra their strongest support if it happens that referendum is conducted today in Nigeria. But alas, referendum has been conducted in Finland and we are all free. Biafra has gone. Russia, every Biafran should be celebrating right now, is supporting us. Russia is supporting us.
Okay. And lastly, we've seen Tinubu government say they want to settle the rift between Akpabio and Natasha. I think Tinubu is already coming to this. He said, there should be a resolution between both parties. But do you think this will work out well? Because we know that
Natasha has gone to court already. Yes. And if you look at the House, Nigerian House of Assembly is a group of cultist members. They run a cult. They don't run a house of legislation. Why? They legislate. That is, they make law. They are the one that flout it. They make law in the house. They violate the law they actually made. Are you listening to me? Which is why Natasha is not having strong ground in the house now. Because Natasha has put her fingers into the eyes of the cultic members. Akpabio is a cult hero in the house. And they have common agenda, one common policy, one common focus, one common agenda. The only thing that could stop these people is Tinubu, as Tinubu said it. But the reason why I don't believe in Tinubu is that Tinubu is a man whose government has gone too far to destroy Nigerians with deception, lies, deceit, double standard. I see him coming to make peace, but that peace, he can't make peace without collecting. Tinubu can't give you without collecting from you. So I'm telling you that Natasha should prepare. There are many things to turn against Natasha in the house. I don't see Tinubu as a man who could bring peace to any region, anywhere, any establishment, any government institution without collecting money. He doesn't have what it takes to lead. A leader that will lead you and steal from you, you can never be a charismatic leader. Okay, the kind of democracy Tinubu is running here currently is a yahotocracy, kleptocracy. It's not democracy. Going to the house to make peace is going to collect from the house. And Apoti, Mrs. Apoti, Miss Apoti should watch out. She's going to lose.
You kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You tried to put down Mazi Simon Ekpa. But they are not down. Very soon, you don't know what we know, do you? If you do know what we know, you will know that that's your time is ticking very fast. At the end of the day, you do not want them to leave. At the end of the day, you want them to remain in that same contraction called Nigeria. You know you are not being factual with what you are saying or what you are doing because you are the real terrorists. I want you all to remember before the general election 2023, how Tinubu went to fake bishops to come and agree that it must be a Muslim ticket. That was the agenda that they were piloting to Islamize the whole of Nigeria. But they did not see our prime minister to be that tough. They thought it was a joke until they now know is for real, standing in to defend Biafrans. Ever since then, our leader, Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was kidnapped from Kenya, has gotten his justice. Discharged and acquitted, and up to today, still remains in prison. And we are never going to beg Tinubu. Tinubu, listen, let me tell you one thing you must know. You see, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will use it to destroy Nigeria. I pray you should not allow us to go. You called us a terrorist, and we have accepted it in good faith. You see, if you don't allow our people to live in peace, we will destroy Nigeria. Because you called us a terrorist, you labeled us a terrorist. So what does terrorists do is to destroy. Tinubu that cannot go to America today is calling me a terrorist. Tinubu that cannot travel to America today is calling Biafrans a terrorist. Tinubu that forfeited $450,000 in restitution of drug trafficking in Chicago cannot travel to US. The same Tinubu that you are seeing, that is trying to label Simon Ekpa a terrorist, financier, terrorist this, terrorist that, is the same man that fought the certificate in Chicago State University today as we speak. Tinubu is not a credible man. Tinubu is a terrorist and working with the terrorist state of Nigeria vice president, Shetima. All these people are terrorist financiers. And I'll give you reasons, since you want reasons. Some months ago, the Dubai listed some of terrorist financiers' name in Nigeria. And these people were taken into custody. Up to today, Nigerian terrorist government has not released those names to us. Up to today, being the 9th of March 2025, Nigerian government has not released those names to us. But you were quick to list Igbo people's name financing terrorism. How stupid this government can be. Shegumi is there negotiating with terrorists in the forest. Gumi is telling you that you should give these terrorists what they need, otherwise they will never cease fire. And none of their names have been listed out to be terrorists. Some months ago, United States of America brought out a list saying that the former administration was funding Boko Haram through Obama's administration, and names have not been listed. But you were quick to list Simon Ekpa's name. I told Nigerian government that the beginning of Simon Ekpa is the fear of Nigerians' wisdom. You see, the coming of Simon Ekpa is the fear of Nigerians' wisdom. And I keep saying this. You see, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you don't know what it will do to you. It will destroy Nigeria completely. Because you committed a crime. Look at someone who went as far as Kenya to do a kidnap. Up to today, still calling those same ethnic group terrorists. There is no sense in what Tinubu is doing. Tinubu should be very careful with the Igbos, because now that the Igbos has risen up to defend their state, to defend their land, to take what rightfully belongs to, they will crush anything that crosses their path. And we are not joking. I see some idiots writing, what about the 60 days we are hoping? I want to remind all of you, both the governors in the Southeast, that your 60 days is still counting down. If you think we are joking, don't move, don't flinch. Just remain in your position till that day. And when the time is come, you will know whether we are serious or not. And that is how I'm going to stop it. Biafrans, I want you to be resolute, because we are going home this year. And that is, believe you me, we are going home this year. Whatever they are doing, Tinubu and Christopher Musa has no evidence to provide to Finnish authority. Because at the end of the day, Nigeria knows what is coming to them. So they are trying to use these avenues to look for something that they will hold on to, because they said our prime minister was inciting us. And now up to today, they have not proved one case. And up to today, the Finnish authority has not found our prime minister guilty of any crime. Up to today. And that is why the time that they gave to Finland is, coming close. It's getting nearer and nearer, and they are scared because they know that they do not have anything to offer to Finnish authority via evidence. So we are going to destroy Nigeria. It doesn't matter how it will come. And I'm saying it so that you understand where I am coming from. Nigeria will no longer breathe in 2025. This 2025, we will make sure that nothing good comes out from Nigeria. You have bent on fighting the Igbos. You are bent on calling us terrorists. People that you say that they are terrorists. Now we have got our nation. If you don't allow us to go, every living thing in Nigeria will go down. I'm telling you the truth. It's not a threat, because our nation is a sovereignty. Our nation is now a sovereign nation. So we are not scared of telling you. You see this 2025, Tinubu, you will understand who we are. You kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You tried to put down Mazi Simon Ekpa. But they are not down. Very soon, you don't know what we know, do you? If you do know what we know, you will know that that's your time is ticking very fast. And if you don't do the needful, we will still bring you down. Believe you me. Not because you are the illegitimate president of Nigeria, which we all know. You came through the back door. You bought your power. You bought your way into the office. And you want to use that to intimidate us. You think we are fools? You think we are mad? Tinubu is a criminal, a thief. We don't have glory. We don't glory in criminals. We don't. A thief cannot steal my car after painting it, washing it and putting it to his standard. He will come and I'll shake hands with him. No, you remain a thief up to tomorrow. That is who Tinubu is. So we don't respect you because you're a criminal. Biafrans, just know that whatever we are doing, we are dishing out the truth to you. Nothing comes out from Nigeria media that is true. And I'm telling you, this is the only platform you will get the real gist. Nigerian government time is running out in Finland. That is why you see all these their shenanigans that they did. They went to bring 17 people, including Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister does not have assets in Nigeria. Our Prime Minister does not have bank details in Nigeria. Our Prime Minister has no land. He has nothing. He has no property. So whatever they are saying is a lie. Lies. But we are following you bomber to bomber. You can't breathe. You cannot breathe. Because Biafrans are winning. For those of you who will come to my social media handle to write rubbish, continue. You're just wasting your time because we are on top of this game. Believe that.